Ethereum has crossed over a critical level as we are on the eve of getting the big inflation data coming out of the United States. And if Ethereum can continue this momentum, what does that mean for the wider altcoin market? Well, I'm going to be discussing that and more in today's video. My name's Lark. I make videos on investing. If you like that topic, make sure to subscribe to the channel and just get that thumbs up button, a little bit of love to let me know you do appreciate this kind of content. Now let's go ahead and get into it. The first thing I want to discuss with you is the US inflation data, which is going to be coming out on the 10th. So a lot of people are expecting that it's going to go down. So CPI for June was 9.1%. Basically, this whole rally that we've been seeing in the market for the last few weeks is predicated on the belief that we've seen commodity prices coming down, we've seen energy prices coming down, we've seen shipping prices coming down, that inflation is cooling, and that inflation for July will come in at a lower rate than it was for June. That inflation likely peaked at 9.1% in June, and that it's, well, largely downhill from here. The CPI numbers expected for July are 8.7%. That's the current prediction that market participants are pricing in. If that remains true, if we do get 8.7%, I think the markets are going to react very favorably to that because they're all going to start believing, holy crap, inflation is actually reversing. It's time to really commit to the market here. Equities are going to punch back up. Crypto is going to follow right along with it. Now, you have to understand too, if we see CPI coming in at, let's say 9%, the market may not react as favorably because yes, it did come down, but oh, maybe it's not peaked. It came down by 0.1%. It's not that big of a deal. It's not as much as we expected, et cetera, et cetera. If we do get the 8.7%, I think it's a very bullish thing for the market. In the event that it's even lower than that, like 8.6 or 8.5%, I think the market will react quite spectacularly, potentially. But that is the big variable that we're looking at for this week, is what is the inflation data going to do? Because depending on what the inflation data does will largely inform what the Federal Reserve does later this month at their meeting. So if we get the 8.7%, that means that the rate rises have been working. The Fed might make a lower rate rise coming forward, et cetera, et cetera. So we'll be talking about this when we learn out what the number is, but there we go. Pretty big potential influence on the markets this week. Now let's take a look at the charts for Ethereum. So very interesting day in trading for Ethereum. Another big price pump for ETH, blasting all the way up over $1,800. Now my sales target did get hit. Remember, I entered a position on Ethereum around $1,100. Gosh, that was a while back, wasn't it? Entered a spot position on Ethereum at $1,100 with a sales price at $1,780. Previously, it was $1,800. I did move it down by $20. Guess it would have hit anyway, but that's okay. $680 profit per ETH on that position. So worked out pretty well. Just a simple spot buy. And look, I think Ethereum could go higher, but this was a trade that went basically according to plan for me, so I'm pretty happy with the profits that I made on that. Now, it's interesting that we could see Ethereum coming up to be in a very bullish position moving forward over the next few weeks, leading into the merge. So this orange line here, this is the 50-day exponential moving average. This is moving upwards, as we can see, quickly approaching the 100-day exponential moving average. Now, it's probably going to be a few weeks before we actually see that cross over, but when it does, that's pretty bullish. We haven't had a bullish EMA cross for Ethereum in a very, very, very long time now. So that would really help put fuel on the fire of a potential market recovery and definitely have a strong relief rally coming in here for the markets. But we do have to be aware of a potential buy the rumor, sell the news for the Ethereum merge. Now that means we could have another 5 to 6 weeks of very bullish price action in the lead up to that, especially if the macroeconomic scene continues to support such a scenario. But do be aware of the potential for that event to play out like that. Now, I want to also point out here that we do have the price of Ethereum that has closed a candle above the 100-day exponential moving average for the first time in a damn long time. Last time we had a candle above there was all the way back in April, so it has been a minute since that happened. Now, this is, I think, a very good thing. We had decent volume backing up that move over the 100-day exponential moving average. Question now is, can we hold that, or will this just be another fake out? We've seen a lot of fake outs on these EMA crossovers recently, but this is lining up with a very, very, very important area of price support for Ethereum. You see this orange line right here, this $1,700 area has been a very, very important area for Ethereum. You can see it was a major area of price support on the way down. And if we go right back in history, it was also a very major area of price support multiple times over in the past. So closing the price above that, I think, is a good indicator for the direction that we're heading in here for Ethereum. So let's hope we hold above the 100-day exponential moving average, although I would not be surprised by some pullbacks again into this very important area of price support right down here around $1,500 or so, $1,500 to $1,600, sorry, in this purple box just right here. Now, if we continue our bullish momentum, if we do get very positive news about the inflation rates for July coming out, well, we can start watching to potentially continue the rally higher. Our next major areas of price resistance for Ethereum come in right around $2,000, as you can see here, the $2,000 level. So we go all the way here back to February 2021, and we can see that we had that $2,000 area working as price resistance here for Ethereum, also following an area of price support later on in April 2021. We can also see even here recently on the 31st of May, it also acting again as an area of price resistance. So that would be the next major target for Ethereum on the ladder higher. After that, we have $2,150, which basically lines right up with our 200-day exponential moving average, which would be a very, very important line for us to cross over and would signal, well, potentially a major market reversal in that situation. Although we still do have our downtrend line all the way up here, which, you know, that lines up a bit higher price-wise. However, if we reclaimed all these EMAs, that would be, I think, a very, very bullish thing for the Ethereum markets to be looking at. But right now, those are our next targets, 2,000, 2,150, and of course the 200-day exponential moving average with potential retests of either the 100-day or even potentially the 50-day down here in our purple box as areas of price support. By the way, if you want to trade some Ethereum, some Bitcoin, Matic, Cardano, you got yourself an account over on Bybit. You can long and short all the most popular cryptocurrencies. They also have huge spot markets. In fact, it's like the 7th biggest spot market in crypto over on Bybit. Use the link down below in the description to start your account and get 30% off of your trading fees and up to $4,450 in deposit bonuses. So check it out if you are a trader. Now, if Ethereum continues to do well, I agree with Rekt Capital's assessment here. Ethereum showing signs of building a new range on higher time frames. The longer that Ethereum consolidates inside this range, the longer the money flow into altcoins will continue. Lots of altcoins have been looking very, very juicy. There's lots of great setups currently for altcoins, lots of great fundamental stuff flowing up for a lot of altcoins. I'll just take a quick look here at the Avalanche with you just to give you an idea of some of the things that I'm looking at in the market right now. I like AVAX. I think it's a great coin, great competitor in the layer 1 smart contract space. We saw 17 million AVAX just got staked yesterday. That's an incredible amount of AVAX flooding into the staking pool. So wow, obviously a lot of people believing heavily in AVAX there. Also, having a look here at the AVAX charts, we have had this breakout above the 50-day exponential moving average, a big rally over just the last couple of days here for AVAX, a strong rejection off of the 100-day exponential moving average. You can see there, moved right up to it and smashed right back down. That's a heavy rejection by sellers here, saying, no, 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 we're going to push that back down a little bit here. Now, if we did get a retest down here of the 50-day exponential moving average, that would potentially be an interesting position to look to go long on it, to look to enter into a spot position on it, and then to try to target up some of these higher levels moving forward. We do have a lot of interesting price points moving up, whether you're just working off the exponential moving averages at $32 or $44 moving up higher, which also, of course, lines up with this interesting area of price resistance here, right around the $44 levels. So lots of interesting setups starting to take place here for altcoins as we're starting to gain some strength back into the market. A lot of altcoins have now passed over their 50-day exponential moving averages. Many are either getting over the 100-day or starting to move towards that 100-day. So providing a lot of opportunity in the market right now for traders who are looking for different opportunities to hop on board some of the action in the market right now. Anyway, just my two GUI for the day, my two AVAXs for the day, my two Stoshis for the day, whatever you want. You will let me know what you think about all this down below in the comment section. Do you think that Ethereum is gearing up to rally higher, moving towards the merge in about 5 weeks' time? Is the CPI data going to be better than expected, worse than expected? Let me know your opinions and all this stuff down below. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and peace out till next time.